Was, of course, on the bench for the Nicholas Cruz death penalty case. The complaint is centered around the way that Judge Scherer treated elected public defender Gordon Weeks and his team, which the letter describes as like misbehaving children. Here's how it played out in court as the defense complained about being attacked during victim impact statements.
You need to sit down right now. You're out of line. In fact, you're excused. You need to go sit in the back with your chief public defender.
So that was the one incident. Then the public defender, the elected public defender, got up and talked with Judge Scherer about it, and he too was told, pipe down, we're not going to talk about this anymore. That prompted the letter. Let's bring in Eric Purrier and Corey Pegues. What do you think? Is there anything there, Eric? Did the judge do anything wrong?
You know, it's a fine line as to whether it's wrong under the ethical rules that judges are to follow. But just taking a step back from that, I think the judge was a little out of line there. The reality is the public defender is doing his job. He is trying his best to zealously represent his client. And sometimes we do have situations where judges will take out whatever displeasure they may have about a litigant on an attorney. I can think of a few times over the years where I've been representing someone who engaged in behavior the judge didn't like, and the judge got upset with me about it. And I had to remind the judge, you know, I wasn't there that night. I'm just the attorney here in court. So hopefully this is something where, you know, there can avoid being repeats of it, and she can be a little nicer to the attorneys appearing before her.
Yeah, and let's face it was a very long, drawn-out, pressure-packed trial for everybody involved. Meanwhile, up in Wisconsin, Judge Jennifer Dorow, who oversaw the Darrell Brooks case, she's also the subject of some letters. Fan mail. Miriam Macker of our affiliate WTMJ spoke with a few of those who expressed support for the judge.
Have you ever been to Wisconsin before?
I've never been to Wisconsin. However,
Laura Lewis lives in Austin, Texas. She hadn't even heard of Waukesha or the Darrell Brooks trial until she saw a clip of it on TikTok.
I don't know, just like caught my attention. And so I then got into a TikTok hole and looked it up on Court TV.
She then became one of the many pairs of eyes across the nation watching the trial unfold, with Judge Jennifer Dorow at the helm.
To watch a strong woman command the courtroom in that way, but she also did it with a lot of respect for him, which I'll be honest, I'm not sure that a lot of people could have done.
Laura was so inspired by Dorow in the courtroom, she wrote her an email saying thank you. And she wasn't the only one. We went to the Waukesha County Courthouse today to see what other types of mail and reaction the judge received from the trial. This is a stack of 25 individual letters, all praising Judge Dorow. Nearly half of these also came with a bouquet of flowers attached to them. And this isn't even a fraction of the hundreds of letters sent her way.
I'm a woman in like a male-dominated space. And I think when you see someone doing something like that, it's important to let them know.
Letters in this stack alone came from 11 states across the country, from California to Massachusetts. The most common thing mentioned was her patience. One note saying, "You have taught me patience, and I don't even know you."
I hope that she knows that, you know, there are people all around the country that saw it. And she represented certainly Waukesha, but I mean, Wisconsin really well.
Miriam Macker, TMJ4 News.
Well, a lot of you loved Judge Dorow. Others were frustrated with her because it seemed like Brooks was taking control at times. Corey Pegues and Eric Purrier are still with us. Corey, how difficult is it to deal with a person who is intentionally trying to disrupt? They're in the system, whether they're being arrested or questioned by law enforcement, or as we saw in the courtroom with Judge Dorow. There are people that can make it very difficult and try your patience. What did you think of her, the way she handled it, and how did you handle it?
I think she did an excellent job. Like Eric had said earlier, the ethical standards is the main thing for the judge, to have courtroom decorum at all times. Yes, there were times that he went overboard, but her patience, just allowing him, because she knows that like he's up for life, death penalty, like she let him go a little bit, but there was times where she had to put him in his place and was like, listen, okay, that's it. You know, as a police officer, I will always tell my cops, it's easy to escalate, it's hard to de-escalate. And what I mean by that, like, you always come in nice and escalate till you're like, look, sit, get over there, put the gun down or lock him up, as opposed to coming in screaming, yelling, and then trying to be nice. People always remember that you was a prick the way you start off. And so I was even thinking about emailing her. She did such an excellent job with that trial. She fully commanded the court.
All right, Corey, part of the Judge Dorow Army fan base. I love it. Thanks, Corey, for your time and expertise. Always love having you on.